So for us being middle-aged menopausal women,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with that, then we're dealing with competition, and then
Yeah.
ageism, and then you add being fat.
Yes.
And for the first time, I can actually say fat, and I'm claiming that word because it's
Yep.
like I'm not saying obese, I'm fat, you know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've been here talking about my gastric bypass weight loss surgery journey. And today I am joined by my friend Marcie, who is been on the path for the last year, 15 months.
Yeah.
And a couple of weeks ago, just got her call to give her her surgery date. And so Marcie's having her surgery in a week. So welcome, Marcie.
Thank you. Thanks, Sue.
How are you doing?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
This is a very loaded
It is.
question because I imagine you're right in the middle of your liquid diet, your liver shrinking diet.
So, yeah, I'm on day 11.
Oh,
11.
heavens.
So, originally, the surgeon wanted me on 3 weeks liquid
Mm-hmm.
diet. And when I received the call, um, they said it was going to be a little bit shy of those 3 weeks, but he was confident, he was fine with that.
Right.
Um, I there there's a lot of emotions,
Yes.
a lot of things that go through, and then you're so used to eating, chewing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you're on, well, like liquid, literally, like.
Liquid, it's the liquid diet. It says it in the name.
But I mean, you're allowed what some folks, and what I didn't realize, and the, the dietitian said, oh, you can have cucumbers, you can add
Yeah.
spinach to your vegetable broth, which
Hmm.
has to all be low sodium. And the minute you hear that, I've never been so happy to eat cucumbers and
I
spinach.
I think you also need that whole motion
Yes.
of keeping your mouth engaged and crunching.
And
When you're not crunching, you think I'm missing out. The FOMO, the food FOMO comes in.
exactly, because there's only so much. I mean, you're drinking, I mean, in my case, 5 Ensure a day,
Hmm.
and adding a scoop of extra protein for breakfast and the dinner one.
Hmm.
And then you're allowed 2 cups of broth.
Yeah.
I did find a really good vegetable broth, which I've stayed with. I didn't like the chicken ones, to be honest with you.
Okay. Okay. But it's as I've been saying to you as we've been going through this journey together, you have to learn your body completely new again. And maybe it's what you've been taking out of your body by being on the liquid diet that's making you taste the food differently.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'm allowed green pepper, she said, broccoli, and
Hmm.
you chop it up and you put it in your vegetable broth,
Yeah.
and you're chewing it, and it just really, you're savoring it. What is interesting, I haven't craved sweets at all. Like, you'll get a whiff of it,
Yeah.
and
What is that?
that, today is a little bit hard because my husband's cooking a roast.
Oh, heavens.
And so I'm smelling it, and I'm kind of like,
Hmm.
oh my God, he used such good seasoning. And yet he's there. My family's trying to process, oh, the guilt of them not eating around me.
Yes. But they have to understand that you are changing your life to fit them,
Mhm.
not vice versa. They can't change how their life is.
And the little sips. And then
Hmm.
you had mentioned, because we've been chatting a lot on Messenger. Yay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Checking in every day. I'm so grateful, first of all, for Diva Dave connecting us, number one.
Yes. Yes.
Big shout out to Diva. Thank you. Um, thank you, Dave. We love you. Um, and just this journey, and you encouraging me. Where was I going with this squirrel? Um,
We were talking about the food
the
intake.
food intake, and you realize how you had said this in one of your videos. And by the way, I've rewatched all of them. So if anybody's like, they have provided such rawness and beauty and to understand and to
Mm-hmm.
take the fear away.
Yeah.
Because I think that first weekend you're overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, this is happening.
I can't do this.
I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never be, you can't, it doesn't even give you enough time to process the amount of emotions and feelings and things that
Yeah.
come in that weekend. And then you see the dietitian, and then you try to stay very focused and stoic, and then the tears will come because this is
Mm-hmm.
really happening.
Yep.
And then you see your family doctor, and then you see you were correct. Everything happens so fast. And then
Soon as you get that date, bang, bang, bang. Yeah.
and then
And I think you mourn your old life
yes,
because you don't know what your new life is going to look like.
that's exactly it. There's been a lot. I chatted with a colleague today. He said to me, he goes, I didn't wow, this is really hard. I said, yeah, thank you. He goes, I, I said, I think a lot of what I've been feeling is grief.
Yeah.
A lot of grief.
Yes.
Grief of your body, grief of food.
And also there's that, how did I let myself get here?
Yeah. And yet we know the science behind it, the
Uh, we-
genetics.
Absolutely.
A lot of it is the food noise.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is we may lack the certain hormone that helps us to lose that some people naturally have.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot
Yep.
there to unpack.
Yes. But also very grateful for the program that we went through that
Yes.
is teaching us how our minds work around the food and
Yeah,
giving us the tools now that we're going to need afterwards. And then you start to think, so that's why they told me that. And it's
absolutely.
a very
It's
good
interesting because
clinic.
this week I have found a few groups on Facebook,
Hmm.
and there is such a difference between the US on how they do this
Yes.
and in Canada. And what I mean by that is some of them just go to the surgeon, get approved, and they don't
Yep.
even do all the courses ahead of
Nope.
time. And I'm
You see them and they say, go to your counselor. I haven't got a counselor. Well, your clinic should have given you a counselor. My clinic didn't give me a counselor. My clinic didn't give me a dietitian. They've got nothing put in place for them.
like, and some of them are getting this invasive surgery. They're not, and then the complications begin with a lot. I've been reading a lot of complications. I'm like, whoa, it's scary. It's frightening.
I don't think you need. I think a lot of that may be to do with they haven't been taught the ramifications and they're eating the way they ate before,
You can't.
and you can't anymore. Your stomach's this big now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have the sense of I understand their desperation. I
Mm-hmm.
understand that, and there's no judgment, but it's like, how could they be doing this? Some of them are even told, oh yeah, you don't even need to go on a liquid diet prior to the surgery. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how is that even possible?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, mind you, if some of them have done the work in that
Hmm.
ahead of time and gotten to where a manageable rate. What is interesting with everything I changed, I did not see a significant weight drop prior to this surgery.
No,
And I
that's
began doing aquafit twice a week. I
hmm
literally focused on changing my eating behavior.
yes. Your thoughts around it. Am I head hungry or stomach hungry? And the
Yeah,
amount of times you find yourself staring into the fridge and thinking, I'm not hungry, but I want that.
yeah. And how to change that.
Hmm.
One of the things I think I took the longest to work on was that half an hour between a meal to have a drink.
Yes. But
And
I also don't take, I guess I don't take it as gospel.
no,
If I have something like rice or something that leaves a lot of taste in the mouth, I
mhm,
would drink enough. I would do so
yes,
you can still cleanse your mouth. It's
yes,
the chugging afterwards. It was described to me as thinking of putting porridge into a funnel, and you just put the porridge in, and it will slowly drip out as you add more and more water. That's just going to go through a lot quicker.
Yeah,
and you're not getting enough nutrients is being flushed through the body too quickly.
way too quickly. So it's interesting how so many things have shifted and changed, but it's also who you tell. Like there's I
Yes.
know we and this is going to jump to another topic that we chatted about this week is the people that you share this journey with, and nobody understands it. And then that brought into that whole let them thing that's going on, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
it's true, let them.
Let
They're
them
never.
let them think what they want. You can't change that.
No.
Uh, It's also learning who you can trust.
And that tells you, like,
Yeah.
I
This
kept
is
quiet for a very long time about
mm-hmm.
this.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to tell my employer because it turned out during the time that I got my job, I was accepted into the bariatric program in the beginning. So I
Mm-hmm.
had to go to a lot of, we had to go to those meetings, right?
Yes, yes.
Because there is a prerequisite to do this and check-ins. And I shared, and one of the first questions was, do you know when this is going to happen? And I'm like, oh no, don't worry about it. It's going to be for a while
Mm-hmm.
because everything has to be met until I get
Yes.
you get the surgeon, and then the surgeon meets with you and then sends you for tests. And when that happens, then you get cleared, and then he calls you back, and then
Mm-hmm.
you keep going. But I didn't tell hardly. I didn't. My parents knew, my
Yep.
husband, kids,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty much it.
So, yeah.
That was it.
Because you learn who is a safe person.
And then you realize
And
the ones
then
that you think are safe, they're
yeah,
really not.
they're the vicious ones who tell you you're taking the easy way out.
Yeah.
And there's
The
nothing
judgment.
easy about it. The judgment is terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I was chatting with a mutual friend of mine and Dave's today. She's out of the country. She's in Brazil, and she had this procedure she'd shared with me many years ago. And we're voice messaging, and I said, you never think like the amount of judgment that goes in, where these individuals that unwillingly judge you by comments, like it's just that
Mm-hmm.
they're not thinking before they speak.
No.
Oh, just cut out pop. Well, I don't drink,
Mm-hmm.
or just
Yeah.
cut creamer. Well, I don't put creamer in my coffee. Or just
Yeah.
don't eat something sweet. It's like, well, what does that have to do with like? It doesn't. Those are the comments too, right?
And
They're
then
just
you start to get into that they're skinny. They have no concept of what it's like to live in the world, in society, in a fat body.
nope, they don't.
How you're judged, you're invisible, but you're
Mhm.
judged.
Absolutely. And then you realize, did this? You ask yourself, like, could this have been maybe? You don't want to. That it is this sort of like that fat phobia out there, or do they
Mm-hmm.
look at you and you kind of go back and go, shit, is this why I didn't get the job? Is
Yeah,
this why,
yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
plays into it a lot. And so for us being middle-aged menopausal women,
Mm-hmm.
dealing with that, then we're dealing with competition, and then
Yeah.
ageism, and then you add being fat.
Yes.
And for the first time I can actually say fat, and I'm claiming that word because it's
Yeah.
like I'm not saying obese, I'm fat.
Mhm.
But I'm not
We,
giving anybody else
yeah.
power to say that over me anymore.
No, exactly. Exactly. But
So
I mean, I mean, and we are gonna we do go through highs and lows.
yeah,
Um, one of the things because I had longer hair, I had shoulder
I
length
can
hair
remember that.
when I started. And we have the hair loss. This is why I went so short to make that not quite so visible to me.
Mhm.
Then we have our loose skin. I mean, so I'm never going to get rid of this. This
No,
is just there. There's elephant skin. You don't know your body anymore.
no,
And I saw it on Reddit. You will hate your body in different ways.
yeah,
But alternatively, the confidence that you have going out into the world with a body that doesn't attract negative attention.
mhm.
The health benefits that you get from it. I stopped all my prescription medication.
It's incredible.
And yeah, you see life with a lot more positivity, and the amount of energy that you have is you cannot believe how you got through beforehand.
It's true.
Yeah.
How we we did it through exhaustion. I found that menopause has kicked my ass a lot. So it'll be
Hmm.
interesting to have this done in the throes of it. Um, but I also don't want to be that almost diabetic because my
Yes.
sugar levels are, no matter what you do, they're just going up and up and up. But then that's,
Hmm.
we got to lose 100 pounds. And yet we've
Yeah.
tried. I think it goes back to it, this, just to circle back to them not being an easy way prior to kind of my journey. I don't know what you've shared your journey. Mine's a little different. Like I went through, I had been referred to the bariatric clinic during COVID and I
Yes,
got
me
it.
too.
Yep. And then I withdrew. I
Yeah.
wasn't ready. I said, nope, not going to do it. I needed to work on me. So then I took a full year, worked on my mental health.
Hmm.
Then I was referred into the Alberta Obesity Clinic. And then I remember talking to Dr. Gill, and I guess he was one of the best
Hmm.
surgeons. And he said, there's no pressure. You can decide, this is your journey, your life, your body, your
Yeah.
choice. And I love that. He made me feel empowered. I said, I want to try doing this on my own. I want to try to start changing
Hmm.
this part. It's part of the change. We did a full year in that. And then he called me up and he said, so have you thought about it? I said, yeah. I said, I've been doing all the things and I can't take those GLP ones. Like my body
Hmm.
just, so I said, so I feel good enough and confident enough to say, yeah, I want to go through this. It was through him that he re-referred me into the bariatric program.
Right.
And then from that end, so that was January 2023. And
Hmm.
then, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a good 15, 18 months. I jumped off the bandwagon twice before I went through with it.
Mm-hmm. I remember you saying
Yeah.
that in one of your videos.
Yeah. But
What was it
but
for you?
I just knew that I couldn't do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew my relationship with food. I knew me.
Yeah.
And the first time I came off it was because of COVID.
Yeah.
The second time I had somebody who was going to promise to support me and didn't. But in that time, I guess I'd matured. I mean, it had been like 5, 6 years, and my thought process had changed, and I realized that I was ready for it. And
It's true.
also, but also with our clinic, I couldn't do it after 60, and
Really?
I was 58,
Okay.
58, almost 59 when I started back on the process.
Okay.
So it was my last chance.
Yeah. It's interesting how we let others try to say, oh, we'll support you, we'll help you out, and
Yeah,
they don't.
they don't. But the support you get from the clinic is amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there's never a sense of judgment.
No,
No,
not at all.
it's not at all. And that's one thing, even though, sometimes you may not like the dietitian or you're kind
Hmm.
of, the
Yeah.
behavioral
The,
psychologist is a little, you know,
hmm.
which I do. I adore that doctor. She's incredible. And it was
Yes,
through
she
her
is.
that I got diagnosed with ADHD, which is really interesting that we had discussed one day. And I said, I am neurodivergent. I can see a lot of autistic tendencies in the research. The research is now showing why do some autistic women, ADHD women have more obesity? And it was through Dr. Joanna she discovered that a lot of
Hmm.
were undiagnosed ADHD.
Wow. Wow.
And now the statistics are showing 87% of women are misdiagnosed. So
Yeah. Oh,
this is,
yeah.
it's like, okay, so she's like ahead of her time there. I'm grateful for that.
Hmm.
And then you're right, like you do a lot of growth and healing, and then you're kind of, yep, I gotta do this. It's now or
Yeah.
never.
It's now or never.
And
One of the sorry, Karen.
sorry, it's like nobody knows that journey. And you're right, people don't understand. They'll
No.
never.
One of the things I would suggest that you do, and it's one of the hardest parts that I found for myself, is take before pictures.
Yeah.
Because when it came to finding to doing comparison pictures, I had so few pictures of myself pre-surgery that I struggled to find comparisons.
That's where she had said that because one of the meetings we talked about body dysmorphia.
Yes.
And I said I've never really felt that. It's interesting. I've never seen myself as big as
Nope.
that. I just thought myself as curvy, you know?
Oh, I found myself more confident fat,
Yes.
naked fat, as I do. I don't feel confident naked skinny
Yeah. Isn't that
because
interesting?
my head has not caught up
No.
with how I look now.
And that's what she
I
said. She said, you have to take those pictures. And I was just like,
Yeah,
I don't want to.
yeah. I used when I was 300 pound, I would do naked figure modeling for artists in the city. I couldn't
Mhm.
even think about doing that now.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
Sue.
a
That's
yeah.
incredible.
Again, it's not knowing your body.
No, it's not.
I can't shop for myself anymore. I've
That's the
sh
other thing. Even with sizes as there are now,
hmm
like we know that in some stores, a 14 is considered plus size. It's like, since
yeah,
then, oh, when is a 14 plus size? That's your
yeah.
average up to 14. And it just blows my mind.
Yeah.
It's like, what will my size be? Because I'm looking in my closet, and to be honest with you, I'll buy a 3X just to feel
hmm
comfortable because I love
Yeah.
things loose and flowy. But sometimes loose and flowy just doesn't make you look good.
hmm Yeah.
So this will be a journey in the clothing aspect of it.
hmm Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's some trepidation. I'm not gonna lie. Like Friday, I watched your video, the one of the day of surgery, and I'm like, oh, that'll be me. Like,
Because I went through the whole surgery on my own.
oh wow.
And even while I was sitting in the pre-op area, while I was being wheeled to the operating theatre, and when I was on the table, I was still thinking, I can pull out of this. I can stop this.
Mhm,
That fear was that fear heightens, and you
mhm.
think, what am I going to feel like when I wake up?
Right.
Yeah,
And then you hear about the pain, you hear about passing gas.
I
And
farted like an old cart horse.
listen, we're going to be farting away. So it's
I
just,
still do.
I love it. And you know what? There's a saying in Spanish, where it's like if you fart when you're sleeping, it doesn't have an owner. And so it's like, yeah, that's
I
it
love
doesn't sound the
that.
same when you say it in English, right? But if you say it in Spanish, because it's like, oh man, you had a stinky fart. You woke me up with your fart. It's like, hey, listen, when you're sleeping, man, a fart doesn't have an
Not
owner.
mine.
It just
Yeah.
comes out, right? And
hmm
so that'll be interesting.
My
Yeah.
son complains that I fart too much, and I have to tell him there's always one ready. You're just going to be thankful that 99% of the
Uh-huh.
time I'm holding it in.
Well, what does Shrek say? Better out than in, I say.
Absolutely.
So I think it'll be more
Absolutely.
like that. But thank you. Your videos, your clips, I think that they more women or men, need to know that it's okay. And
hmm
they have helped me. So sometimes I've watched them 2 or 3 times too,
Right.
just to watch your journey because it was inspiring me to keep going through it. Don't give up.
hmm
Because there's that point, when you're in that void, Sue,
Yep.
that void of meeting the surgeon and then not knowing what the hell's happening next.
That's the hardest part.
And that's
So hard.
so hard. I remember saying to my nurse, I said, I feel like I'm in a void. I feel like I'm lost in limbo
Yep.
where I feel like I can't really plan things, but I have to plan things
Yes.
because life has to go on.
Yes.
And so you do what you can to put things in place.
hmm
Um, and yeah, that's that void that is very real. And you just keep working on it and just keep changing your eating
Yep.
behavior. I think that's what I love the most about the clinic. There was never a pressure to lose weight. There was an expectation to get out and exercise,
Yes.
find something you liked.
The expectation was to take the learnings from the previous
Yes.
clinic into the next and
Yeah.
show that you had stuck to those. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the beauty of it was is it got me into my passion of aquafit. I,
hmm
I love doing it. It was easy on the joints. So when you're dealing with a lot of, related and unrelated osteoarthritis, it was the one thing,
Yep,
that I love doing 45
yeah,
minutes. They're like, we got to do
yep,
weights. Well, here's the great thing. I'm doing weights in the water.
yep. I found as I was losing weight, and like if I would travel somewhere, and I would have a suitcase. And
Mhm.
oh, this suitcase is so heavy. How can I lift this suitcase? And I put it on the scales, and it will be 30 pounds. You think, I used to carry five of those on my body. It's mind blowing when you actually feel what you've carried, and your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, everything feels different.
Everything. And
Everything
then
will feel so different.
and then you realize that, well, if let's say I do need to have a knee replacement later on in life, the surgeon can say, you've lost this weight. Okay, you've done
Yep,
all the things. You're going to be considered faster then and have a better recovery rate. That's the truth.
absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the truth of it.
Yeah.
So
The
now
other
it's
th
mhm,
the other thing I would suggest post-op is pick your weigh days, because that first 2 or 3 months you're going to come out of surgery and you're going to lose, and then you're going to stall and stall and stall, and you still get those little up bumps, and then it will fall. It's while your body's learning its new self. But it is so disheartening if you're focusing on small incremental changes.
mhm.
So I weigh once a month, and you're going to be so much happier to see those
Yeah,
big steps down. So that'll be one of my biggest advices.
thank you. Yeah, I'll take all the advice. Just not that there's going to be lots of changes, and it's yeah, adjusting and
Hmm.
learning to walk through this. And just I think one of the biggest ones is now is like not caring about what people say or think or
Yep.
do because they've
Nope.
never had to live inside the body of a fat woman.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm,
Absolutely.
no,
Completely feel you there.
yeah. And now we've got an extension of life, like I told the surgeon. He said,
Hmm.
do you recall this? Did the surgeon, your surgeon, ask you why you wanted this done? Why do you think why do you think you need this surgery?
Yeah. I didn't have the same surgeon as you,
No.
but and it was just a again, I knew my body. I knew my downfalls. I
Yeah.
knew I wouldn't be able to do it.
I remember when the surgeon asked me, he's very, very quiet and stoic. I
Hmm.
think they all are. And
Oh, my
so,
one wasn't. My one was the one the very flamboyant one.
oh my God, why didn't I get him? Anyway, just mine is just like, so I didn't want, and I said to Michael, I said, I think he's probably autistic. And then my coworker, he probably is. Anyway, we laughed about it afterwards because anyway, he goes, you think everybody is? I said, well, Anyway, I said, I've tried everything. I've been dieting since I was 12.
Yeah,
That's also the other part that nobody really wants to talk about, the eating disorders in the past, right? That some
yeah,
of us, I can't say I succumbed to a lot of the eating disorders, but maybe dieting is, yo-yo dieting since you're 12, what
yeah,
it's done to our bodies, right? I said, I've tried everything. When you have a lifetime membership to a lot of, because it's a multi-million dollar industry.
absolutely.
So I said, I'm tired of knowing that my body won't make it to 80 if I keep
Yes.
going this route. I don't
Yeah.
want to end up like my mom. I love her dearly, but I've seen
Hmm.
what obesity has done to her knees,
Yes.
her hips. I said, and I want to live to see my kids grow up.
Hmm. Yeah.
I want to be able to go on a hike again.
Yeah.
I want to hike.
I love hiking now. You can't stop me. If I hike and
But
the
we're going
hike's
to
too
be
short,
hiking. We're
oh
going to
yeah,
be
because
hiking.
if you go on a hike and the hike's too short, you do it again.
Right? So I want to do those things. I want to
Yeah.
have a friend of mine who hikes these mountains, and you kind of
Hmm.
go, damn, I want to go mountain hiking, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and you just, as I say, that energy level, you just don't realize just how much it comes back.
Yeah. So I think for us, if I were to go back and reword it for him, I said, I want to live
Hmm.
the fullest the
Yeah.
fullest life that I've been given. And if this is science help and medicine helping me to get there,
Hmm.
then why not? You
Yeah.
know, and
So,
it takes courage to get to this point, I think.
oh, very much so, very much so.
Yeah.
So, Marcie, let's stop it here.
Mm,
Um, and let's come back
I love
maybe
that.
a day or two before the surgery,
I think
and
so.
then we'll come back again a day
Yeah.
or two after the surgery, or probably a week after the
Probably a
surgery.
week after, I'll kind of be like looking like, who knows?
But remember to take your picture, to record
I
yourself
will.
throughout, to remember those feelings that you're having, because at the time it's just ah,
How much
there's no,
weight did you lose prior to surgery, just before we go? On the liquid?
I can't remember on the liquid. I know that I was on Ozempic, so I lost 80 on
Yes.
Ozempic and then 75 post surgery. No, probably more than 75
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It's
But
funny because I weighed in last week just to see, and I know it's mostly fluid.
yeah,
Lost like 4 kilos in like
nice.
6 days. And I'm thinking, that's water retention, that's inflammation, and that's all just
Yeah. Get
reset.
used to it, baby. Get used to it.
All
Okay.
right.
Have a great day,
Thank you,
and
Sue.
I will talk to you soon.
Bye, Sue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye bye.